I returned to the kitchen and through the window saw Eric ploughing a path from the garage door down the length of the driveway past my car. I had not expected him to clear my driveway, but I certainly didn't stop him. Some time later, he rang the doorbell, and I opened the door to find Eric standing on my porch. "Your driveway's clear," he said, "but you're not going anywhere until the streets are cleared." I looked past Eric. All the snow had been removed from my car, and the driveway had been cleared all the way to the street, where a wall of snow blocked any attempt to exit. "You didn't have to do all that," I said. Eric shrugged. "Once I got the snowblower started, I wanted to be sure it worked." "You want to come inside and warm up?" I asked as I stepped aside. "I'll make hot chocolate." He stepped past me into the living room. After pulling off his watch cap to reveal dark hair lightly threaded with silver, he stuffed it in his coat pocket. Then he shrugged off his heavy coat, and I hung it behind the door with mine. He'd gained weight since I last seen him, and his grey sweatshirt was tighter around his abdomen than it might once have been. But for the greying hair and the few extra pounds, he was exactly as I remembered him. On the other hand, I had lost weight since he'd last seen me, and not just the 220 worthless pounds that was my philandering ex-husband, because I had joined a twice-weekly aerobics group where I burned calories as I exercised away the frustration of my unexpected singleness. If Eric noticed the way my sweater hugged my new curves, he made no more indication of his awareness than he had when I first opened the door upon his arrival earlier that day. Eric had never been inside my house, but the layout was the mirror image of his mother's home, the only 2 floor plans used when the neighbourhood was built back in the 1950s. And he followed me into the kitchen, where I had a small table with 2 chairs tucked into the breakfast nook. He settled onto one of the chairs where he could watch as I prepared our hot chocolate. I heated milk in a saucepan and added cream, sugar, and shaved bits of bittersweet chocolate. When the chocolate had melted and everything was thoroughly mixed, I poured our drinks into a pair of mugs, hung a small candy cane left over from Christmas on the side of each mug, and then topped off each one with a spray of whipped cream. I carried the mugs of hot chocolate to the table, placed one in front of Eric, and settled into the chair across from him. After he took a sip, Eric said, "Wow, I never knew it could taste like this. I just use a mix and some hot water, the way my mother's always done it." I smiled. I did a lot of things other women didn't do. There was no way he would know. We stared at each other for a moment before I asked the million-dollar question. "Why did you move away? Your mother wouldn't ever say." He stared deep into my eyes. "I had to leave because of you." Surprised, I blinked several times and asked, "Me?" "I couldn't stop thinking about you," he explained. "But you were married, and I wasn't about to do anything that would cause you problems." "So all your flirting wasn't harmless?" "If you had given me one indication that you took it seriously—" Eric didn't finish his sentence because he didn't need to. I knew exactly what he meant. I took a sip of hot chocolate and then licked my lips with the tip of my tongue. I said, "I'm divorced now." My mother told me. "It's been almost a year since John left." "Are you over him?" "I was over my husband long before he walked out the door," I said. I told Eric about discovering evidence of John's infidelity only weeks after Eric had moved away. He'd been having a thing with one of his co-workers. I told Eric how John had accused me of cheating on him and how I had felt forced to defend myself against his accusations, even as I admitted to myself that I had certainly considered the possibility. But John's accusations weren't about me and what I might have done, I said. They were an attempt to divert my attention from his actions while I fought to defend my own. It's an old trick, Eric said. Like those stridently